The 7 steps of the sale is the most common traditional structure used for explaining and training the selling process for the sales call or meeting, including what immediately precedes and follows it. This structure is usually represented as the 7 steps of the sale, but it can be 5, 6, 8 or more, depending on training course you are attending. This structure assumes that the appointment has been made, or in the instance of a cold call, that the prospect has agreed to discuss things there and then. The process for appointment making is a different one, which is shown later in this section. Aside from the questioning stage, this structure also applies to a sales visit which been arranged for the purpose of presenting products/services or a specific proposal following an invitation, earlier discussions or meetings.
Step 1. Planning and preparation. First, generally, the larger the prospect organization, the more research you should do before any sales call at which you will be expected, or are likely, to present you company's products or services. Second, know your own product or service extremely well, especially features, advantages, and benefits that will be relevant to the prospect you will be meeting. Third, ascertain as far as you can the main or unique perceived organizational benefit that your product or service would give to your prospect. Fourth, discover what current supply arrangements exist, or are likely to exist for the product or service in question, and assess what the present supplier's reaction is likely to be if their business is a threat. Fifth, understand what other competitors are able and likely to offer, and which ones are being considered, if any.
Step 3. Questioning 1. First, while questioning is a vital aspect of selling, the principles and techniques of questioning are mostly transferable to other situations where questioning is essential for effective cooperation and relationships. These questioning guidelines therefore extend to applications beyond sales and selling. Second, empathy and listening are crucial in questioning. Understanding body language is useful too. Third, a major purpose of questioning in the traditional selling process is to identify the strongest need or benefit perceived by the prospect relating to the product/service being offered by the seller. Fourth, as the questioner you need also to understand very clearly what you are seeking from the relationship. Questioning should aim to identify a mutual fit. Relationship work when there is a good fit for both sides.
Step 3, Questioning 3. First, use closed questions to qualify and confirm your interpretation. A closed question is one that can be answered with a yes or no. For instance, do you mean that when this type of equipment goes down then all production ceases? Or are you saying that if a new contract is not put in place by end March then the existing one automatically renews for another year? Second, when you've asked a question, you must then be quiet. Do not interrupt, allow the other person time and freedom to answer. Third, the other person, your prospect in sounding language, should be doing 80,199% of the talking during the stage of the sales discussion. If you are talking for a third or half of the time you are not asking the right sort of questions. Fourth, do not jump onto an opportunity and start explaining how you can solve the problem until you have asked all your questions and gathered all the information you need.